farm world, a world that came into being when Finn wished that the Lich never existed, but because of Prismo's monkey paw nature of granting wishes, meaning Finn wasn't specific enough. Magic still exists in this world, it's just more rare to find magical artifacts and stuff like that. Not impossible though. Shown when farm world Finn went to sell Bar their horse because Finn and his family needed money to not get bullied by the Destiny Gang, much to Finn's dismay. So on his way to sell Bar he finds himself where the Destiny Gang is, so they take Bar from him. So Finn, in his sorrow, he stumbled upon a frozen bomb and a skeleton wearing a crown beneath it. So when Finn goes to take the crown, a really old mass alien shows up to stop him and tells him the skeleton beneath the frozen bomb is her dear friend Simon, who wore the magic crown to freeze the bomb, preventing this world from starting the event that started the Mushroom War and created the Lich like Finn wished for. But Finn ignored what mass alien was saying and took the crown to fight the Destiny Gang, not knowing that wearing yes does grant you power, but at the price of your sanity. So Ice Finn first freezes the Destiny Gang, and then being to start an ice age, and in this composition the frozen over atomic bomb goes off and ironically creates the Lich anyway. And what's worse, since Finn already froze everyone, that Lich takes over Jake also. Finn freezing everyone prevent anyone else from mutating, protecting them from the radiation of the bomb that went off. The next time we see farm world is when Ice Finn was trying to make a portal to the multiverse, so Prismo calls Finn and Jake to his time room and gives a rundown of what went down in farm world and tells Finn and Jake to stop farm world Finn from messing up the multiverse. Also a cool tidbit was when Finn asked Prismo is that the reason why Finn was suddenly better at playing his flute, which shows the world are somewhat connected because the first thing we see of farm world Finn is him playing the flute. Prismo gives Finn and Jake the maid to use it against Ice Finn to stop him, which works by directing the maid to the interdimensional bung up, in this case Ice. Enchanting a man needs a maid 3 times after focusing one's intention until all distractions leaves your thought sphere, but neither Finn or Jake could bring themselves to kill Ice Finn, so Finn and Jake went to just steal Ice Finn's Anseridian, thinking doing that would be able to stop Ice Finn from entering the portal, to the dismay of Prismo, which was yelling from the time room that won't work to Finn and Jake, which they wouldn't hear since Prismo is in the time room and Finn and Jake are in farm world. So Jake starts distracting Ice Finn while Finn was about to take the Anseridian while Ice Finn was distracted, but then farm world Lich shows up with the gems that would fully power the Anseridian, and it's revealed that everything Ice Finn was doing was the Lich's idea, and since Ice Finn's mind is corrupted because of the crown he's wearing, he's doing what the Lich is telling him to do, thinking that the Lich of all people is doing all of this to save the world. Ironic Gauss we know, and Finn and Jake knows that it's the exact opposite reason why the Lich is doing all of this, to destroy all life. So after farm world Finn opens the portal to the multiverse by putting the final gem, the gem from Ice Finn's crown, in. The Lich tells him he's now gonna destroy the multiverse, but the Finn activates his grass sword arm and chops the Lich's hand off, dropping it to the multiverse, which means now every universe has a Lich hand now. So Ice Finn tries to freeze the Lich, but since he took out the gem from his crown it doesn't work, so Jake wraps around the Lich to protect Ice Finn, and Ice Finn starts to get his sanity back, so our Finn tells Ice Finn to help him aim and shoot the interdimensional threat-killing weapon to the Lich, killing farm world Lich and turning farm world Jake back to normal. Also Finn asks Prismo to turn farm world Finn back to his normal self too, which he does by editing the farm world timeline by putting the crown back where it came from, making so that the bomb would destroy the crown, turning farm world Finn back to normal. But we see in the Fiona and Cake farm world episode that Finn is still hunted by his past back when he was Ice Finn, and speaking of which, after the original Finn and Jake left farm world, it turns out that the Destiny Gang took credit for their actions of stopping Ice Finn and saving farm world. So the next time we see farm world Finn is in the Fiona and Cake episode Destiny, when Cake causes a commotion after human choose Goose. After overhearing that Fiona is trying to find a crown, he scams Fiona by letting her give her phone for a paper crown, and after Fiona tells him to give her phone back since it's a paper crown he gave her, human choose Goose grabs a weapon prompting Cake to use her powers to protect Fiona. Then 2 members of the Destiny Gang seeing this unfold goes after Cake, but then Finn's son shows up and takes out the biggest member of the Destiny Gang and takes Fiona, Cake and Simon to his dad, and while he's taking them to his dad he mentions that he overheard them talking about the crown, so Simon mentions to Fiona that he must be taking about the farm word version of Simon, but when he takes them to him it's revealed to Simon that it's farm world Finn who got the crown in this alternate reality, and because of what happened to him because of his traumatic past with magic. Seeing Cake's magic he mentions that he doesn't cronk with magic, but despite this he invites them dinner and gives them soup. Fiona mentions that this soup is very rich in flavor, so Finn's oldest son mentions that it's been simmering for years because it was the last soup their mum made before she died, so they've been adding to it since then. So while all of them were eating, Finn's Duda asks Cake if all cities talk were there from, so Cake tells her no, but maybe they will after Simon puts on the magic crown that they've been looking for. So Finn, still traumatized over what the crown did to him, lashes out for a second and tells them they can sleep there for the night and leave, and after that he leaves. Then Finn's son tells Simon that he knows where the crown is and he can take him to it. So while Finn was trying to sleep having nightmares to back when he was Ice, Finn Scarub shows up to his door asking if he knew where Fiona, Cake and Simon are, so he tells him he doesn't and goes to warn Fiona, Cake and Simon, but when he got there they weren't there. But Finn's Duda mentions that his son took them to the crater where Finn hid the ice crown, but when Simon, Fiona and Cake found the ice crown it was destroyed. But then it seemed like little Destiny was about to sneak attack Finn's son, but it was revealed that they were seeing each other without their dads knowing. So Fiona asks how they both met and he tells them after Finn talked about where the crown was after having a little too much to drink. His son went there and found a gem of the crown, so he gave it to little Destiny as a gift because he loved her and that they've been secretly together ever since. But then Big Destiny shows up and ties up Fiona and Simon with Cake and takes the necklace Finn's son gave to little Destiny. So when Simon sees that the necklace was a gem of the crown, he mentions that that's been making little Destiny sick. After Big Destiny and the Destiny gang shows up and ties up Fiona and Simon with Cake as the rope, but then Finn shows up and attacks the Destiny gang with his flamethrower arm. In the commotion, Cake takes the gem with her tail and gives it to Simon, so he uses the power of the gem to go to another dimension. When Scarub shows up fights Finn, gets hit with his flamethrower but it has no effect on him, so he kills or badly wounds Finn and grabs Simon right when he pressed the remote to go to another dimension, sending all of them, Simon, Fiona, Cake and Scarub, out of Farmworld. And that's the last time we see Farmworld, which is so wild cause we don't know if Farmworld Finn survived or not. Hopefully we'll get more of Farmworld World someday, who knows, but knowing how dark this show goes I wouldn't be surprised if Farmworld Finn actually died there. Anyway, that's all we got of Farmworld, hopefully for now and not forever. Like, comment, share and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Also follow me on Instagram, link in the description. Also sorry that this video took so long to make, I got very sick. There's this viral fever going around in my region and unfortunately I fell victim to it right when I finishing writing the script, so it took me a while to make the drawing and edit everything into a video.